What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video. Back here to talk about the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 in terms of controller technology. Yes, some comments were made recently about why the PS5 DualSense controller is so pivotal to gaming technology. But before we get into that, make sure you guys ignite the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that way YouTube informs you when I drop videos. Yes, now let's get into the video. So yes, as we know, the PS4 really maxed out on controller technology in terms of the audio visual experience. The controller provides feedback and sound while you're playing the game. So no matter what you're playing, most likely the game has been structured in a way to provide audio and visual feedback through the controller. Of course, that's through vibration, and that's literally through like the mics on board. You know, if you're playing 2K, you hear whistles and horns blowing through the phone through the controller often. So when you think about, well, where else can you go? The PS4 really nailed the controller technology down. So why is a DualSense controller so pivotal, so important to gaming technology? That is because of haptic feedback. In order to maximize on the controller technology for next gen, you have to make sure that the vibration, physical feedback that we get is even better than what we had before. And that's why you hear Sony's emphasis on DualSense, right? So it means more or less two-tone, right? Again, audio and visual, which means the sound's gonna be a whole lot better in the controller, but then that also means that the haptic feedback we get has to be transcendental, right? It has gotta be so much better, so much different than the PS4 to really make and stand out next gen from current gen. And so with the DualSense controller, we see that. We've heard that. We've heard Mark Cerny, we've heard Jeff Keighley, who used a controller during the not that long ago, demonstrating Astro's Playroom and how the controller, adapts to gameplay. And the controller has been restructured. It has been redesigned. So no longer are we just having simple coils in the grips portion of the controller to just provide general feedback. And yes, with the PS4, there was moments where it'd be a lighter form of vibrational feedback, and then a maybe harder form of vibrational feedback, or it would beat, according to like heartbeats and stuff like that was taking place in the game. But the DualSense is looking to take that even further and really try to maximize the difference in textures and feelings that we'll experience during the game. And so a lot of the samey examples that we've heard is archery, right? When you're pulling the bow back, in terms of the triggers, you'll feel the controller tighten up and really provide you a feel for how it feels drawing that bow back, right? Or when you're traveling on different terrains, whether it's gravel and sand or ice or grass, the controller can be tuned to provide different textures and feelings and feedback while you're playing the game. And so that's probably, if not the last place I can see them really making a true change in terms of controller technology, because then after that you really don't know where to go, because audio is going to be so tight as it is already, and now that you have really tightened up the physical feedback, thus DualSense, this should be the last evolution of a gaming controller, unless you go in the direction of like the PS VR controllers, right? I guess they used to call them wands, but that's really the only other place you can go. I mean, yes, you can say that you could actually standardize and now package with the system pro level controller technology, right? Where you can kind of customize a controller on your own once you buy it, having different stick sizes and D-pad shapes and adding triggers to the controller. Of course, they experimented with that with the PS4 with the back button controllers. They gave us a lot to hint at in terms of the PS5 having multiple triggers, and thus far has not proven to be the case. But nonetheless, that's the only other direction I think the gaming industry can go in terms of controllers and the technology behind them. That's to provide us the pro level controller technology that we see in an Elite controller, right? Or yeah, that's pretty much the best example I got there is the Elite controller. If that's something that becomes standard for controllers, then you've now truly maximized the controller to its absolute best, unless we go in a whole new direction in terms of dimensional play, right? Because there's nowhere else to go. I mean, unless there's even better forms of actuators that you could put in a controller to provide even more of an accurate feel for what you're playing. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is the controller actually getting a screen in it. I remember that was one of the leaks, I won't say leaks, but one of the rumors for PS5 was that the touchpad was gonna have a screen. That's the only other direction you can go to improve and maximize the visual experience, is through a screen on a controller. That's literally the only place, and maybe we'll see that with the PlayStation 6. Who knows? But in terms of right now, that's how they're evolutionizing controller technology, and that's with the haptic feedback through the new actuators built into the controller. Plus, the battery is rumored to be about 50% larger than the PS4 battery, which means not only will we get to experience DualSense, but we'll get to experience it through longer forms of play and not have to worry about taking a break so often to recharge a controller. But let me know down in the comments below your thoughts. Are you looking forward to trying out the DualSense controller? Do you think it'll actually have the impact that Sony is hoping for? Let me know down in the comments below. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that way YouTube informs you when I drop videos. But your boy Versal is signing out. And until the next video, wait for it.